It's Monday, and that means we have another episode of Monster Monday in store for you. This year, we are celebrating 5 years of helping these heroes live their best life. 5 years of doing epic. 5 years of making sure they have everything they need. Because of you, this is all possible. We thank you for not only tuning in, but we thank you for doing epic and being part of the Monster family. Because of you, all things are possible. I'm Riot, and alongside me is the world famous Misty, and we welcome you to Monster Monday. Hey, it's good to be back. Welcome to Monster Monday. It is Monday. What is the date today anyhow? The 6th?
The 7th.
7th? All right. Is it the 7th?
It's the 6th. I'm a day out.
All right, thank you. Because I'm like, man, because I just wrote my calendar. I've been 2 months behind on my calendar, and I just wrote it out. And it's one of those you wipe it off every month. Got to rewrite it. I'm like, damn it, did I put all the dates in the wrong?
I wrote the wrong date
spot. So awesome. Well, we got that. I'm super excited to be sitting in my office. It's been way too long.
Glad to have you back.
Yeah, the last time I did a show from my office was May 4th. So I think that's a stupid long time to be away. That is the longest I've ever been gone for a ride, and it kind of got combined into some other things. But I went on that ride and got done, and I went right from my ride to Mississippi to see my kid graduate from the police academy. Awesome. And then the day I ended my ride, I got news that my mom had lung cancer. So I got that news at the finish line. They were at the finish line and didn't want to tell me while I was on my ride. So they waited until then to let me know. So from Mississippi, I knew I had to get to Florida to be there. So I went. The only way I could get it to work, to make it all work, was I had to go home first. Otherwise, I couldn't get back for my wife's birthday, because the only way I could possibly make that work is by using my motorcycle. And the 3rd of July is a day I won't ride a motorcycle. So I had to drive my truck back to Jersey. I got home at 2 a.m. At 2 p.m, I had to catch a flight to Florida, and I flew down to Florida so I could be with my mom. And so we got that going, and then we both got that under control. My dad had some health issues, so I had to bring him in to get checked. So, I mean, it was just a shit show of things going on, but I was really happy that I was there. So my sister came down to Florida from Minnesota. My brother lives there. But when stuff like that with family goes on, it's amazing how many people you need to take care of that stuff. Like there's so much going on with a major surgery like that. And my mom, the surgery went great. They could do it without having to do it manually. So they could just go in and with some machines, and however they do that. So it limits, how big a hole you got to have and the heal time. So everything was great. So she was really blessed. So all the prayers were answered and everything went great. So that was really cool. But there's just a lot going on with hospitals, and it's like, so I hope your weekend was a lot less than that.
It was. A lot more uneventful.
Yeah, good. That's a good thing. So did you do anything fun and exciting? Because I heard it was actually no, it was my house that was so hot last week. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, we got a storm. We took the old truck out and ended up in a torrential downpour with some hail. That was kind of interesting, but yeah, it was fun. We did the usual, spend time with family and watch fireworks and that kind of thing. Rode motorcycle, just the usual.
Yeah, it was crazy. I've been looking forward to the 4th of July for so long, because it was the country's 250th, and then everything I had planned just fell apart, and I didn't even see a single fireworks show. I did see a little bit like way off in the distance when I was in Florida, but the big show that they have in their town was the night before on the 3rd. So I heard it, but I couldn't really see it from their place. But so I kind of laughed because I didn't realize it was on the 3rd, so just kinda laughed at it. Then I ended up missing my wife's birthday anyhow, and, so didn't get to see her, missed the 4th, and got home on the 5th, so it was
Mm.
all good. Then I come home, and then didn't feel good, so I've been sick since, Sunday and today, so I think that's just a combination of not eating the best and getting, just run down, just 40 days on the road, followed up with another 10 days of just complete chaos has not
Mhm.
has not been what I needed, that's for sure.
Right.
So, that's all good though. We had so much going on at the same time, it was insanity.
Yeah.
The Monster 250, the wrapping up the ride and getting ready for the 4th, and now Monster Bike Night. It's just like my head's just spinning in circles, but it's really great because everybody did such a great job of fundraising. And we have the wheel where tonight where we're gonna get the next 5 people that'll be on the final wheel. But I'll just give you a quick here because this is crazy. I just think this is so awesome. Because this is for the whole month of June, which was a lot of the Monster 250. That's why it's so high, and a lot of Hoka people that are really pushing their ride, but just look at the amount of people.
Wow.
Before, one of the other months, we had 700 people, and I thought, "Man, that is a crowded wheel to get 5 people out of, you're pretty lucky." And now I look at it, and we have 2,000 people on the wheel tonight. So
That's crazy.
isn't that crazy? I mean, look at this. I'm just scrolling through, scrolling through. I don't know what number I'm on here, but I got a long ways to go. So I'm gonna try to get this on the website. I have last month's too. So I'll try to get that on the website or at least put a link to it. I think that'll be easier. So that's my plan for tomorrow when I am chilling out here. But it's just great because there's so many names on here that I have no idea who that is, and I think that's the cool part is when all these people from the 250 and the Hoka and just in general riding, they're off, spreading so much awareness and getting all these people to donate to our cause is just incredible. And all of these people that donate are eligible to win a motorcycle, but that is such a small part of what we got going on. It's funny that, yeah, somebody could win a $40,000 motorcycle, but all these people are really contributing to uh, getting Brody his van. And some news on that front is it's not going to be a van that we get him. So I was pretty excited because I think vans are kind of, I don't know how you say it, a little bit on the lame side compared to other things. He is getting an SUV,
Oh,
so it's not a van. It's like a mid-size SUV. I'm still scrolling on this thing, and it's
I
still
see that.
still going, but it's going to be an SUV, probably a Chevy Traverse is what we're looking at. But I think that's pretty cool. So
That is.
and those SUVs are, at least they don't look like a minivan. Minivans they have so many good features, but I think I just gave my buddy back in Minnesota so much crap for having one. I could never have one because of all the hard time I gave him. So we're still scrolling, and we haven't got to the 2,000 names yet. So that is pretty amazing. I think we're coming to the end here. So there's somebody like Taco
Wow.
gets there it is. So it's pretty cool when somebody gets a big donation in, then they get the names on there. So oh, excuse me. So I think that's pretty awesome. And I gotta do some things before I get to that, but there's a lot going on. The Mission 777, they're over halfway done. Street Cred is over halfway done. What day are they on? Do you have that? I know you do.
Uh, 187.
187. So that's pretty crazy. And I just looked too because I actually could look at my phone. I got so out of touch. And Dooley sends me stuff every week I was on the road. He would send me like the details,
Mhm.
and I couldn't get to him because I was doing the show from my phone. So today, the one day I'm doing it from my computer, he doesn't send me the details.
Oh,
I thought that was kind of funny. But they're doing great. They're raising a lot of money. They're doing a lot of miles. And I tell you what, on the 4th of July, Brett did 17.7 7.76 miles in the one day. Like they're doing 7 miles a day, and then he does an extra 10. That's like a damn marathon, like just about a marathon. It's over a half a marathon. It's like a 3/4 marathon. But I thought, how epic is that? On the 4th of July, on America's
Wow.
250th birthday, he runs 17.76 miles. And so I gotta give him a big round of applause for doing
Yeah,
something
no kidding.
so epic and so cool. I just thought that is just crazy, you know, that oops, there you go. That's the wheel. Can you see how crazy that
Wow.
wheel looks? I was doing things in the
That's
back. I was
crazy.
doing things in the background. It just popped up. So I don't know. I guess we got it on here. I could do the wheel, or we could finish the news, whatever you
You
want to do.
can. It's up to you. We
Well,
can do
let's
it.
let's mix it up. We'll go with two. It's up here now, so we'll go with two names. Then we'll get some more
There we go.
news
Then
on
people have to
on
hang
Cr-
on.
on Craig's ride, and then we'll do two names, and then we'll get the hero news, and then we'll do the last name. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Awesome. All right, so we'll do two names now, and then I got to get this news on uh, because Craig's event here that you got the details on. I want to get into that, so that'd be perfect. So, how many times you want to shuffle it, Dylan? You want to decide how many times we shuffle? 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 times. We're shuffling 3 times, so anybody doesn't win right
Three.
here, you can take it up with Dylan. So, here is shuffle 1.
Yeah.
Now
Be
Becky's the
mad at
first.
Dylan if you don't win.
Becky's the first name. Shuffle 2. Nancy's the first name, and shuffle 3. Dylan. The first name is Dylan at 3 shuffles. So now too bad we're just not taking the first name that shows up, because the odds of getting that are the same, and you got that.
That's
But
crazy.
all right, so now we're gonna click to spin it. All right, and here we go. Look at all those names. I think that's absolutely
You
insane.
can't even see them.
No, it's just a
Like,
little sliver. All right, I got to write these down.
Yep.
Are you writing them down?
I can write it down.
All right, so can I. All right,
You
so
don't trust me, do you?
I certainly do, and I can watch it again. It's not, it won't be terrible. All right, so Chris, congratulations. I don't know who that is. It's somebody who
I don't
sponsors
either.
somebody. So if you know that person,
Awesome.
and they were on here because they were supporting you, tell them they just increased their odds of winning a motorcycle by a lot. So
Wow.
now, do you want to shuffle? Now, do you want to shuffle it again? And Dylan, how many times should we shuffle it before we draw?
Oh,
2
only
times.
twice.
All right, here's 1. Oh, look it. There's Riot's name right in the top, and if Riot's
Oh.
name does come up, it's supposed to be Taylor Wyatt, not Riot Wyatt. So, it's just in case that would have happened. And 2, and Jimmy. All right, and I don't think there's a chance of your name coming up now, Jimmy, because Dylan just hosed it for you by having your name as the lead one. But we're
Sorry,
gonna find
Jimmy.
out. All right, here's number 2 right here. So number 2, I think it's just awesome. All these names, I don't know, that just makes me super happy to hear it. Who's gonna be? I can't even see. Adam Tuff. There's a name I know. All right, congratulations, Adam. So that is awesome. So there we got. Now I'll get this out of the way. All right, so we got 2 out of the 5 for tonight. So now let's get some of that. I got to hear about Craig's ride he's got going on. So you got news on that, correct? Or am I
Yes.
just throwing you under the bus?
No, you're not.
All right,
Never.
good.
So he wanted me to bring up that he tune into Wildest Wednesday this Wednesday at 8 to find out who's the winners for the gas cards. And he's waiting on a couple verifications for that. And next Wednesday, the 15th, is bike night here in Brainerd at about 6 p.m. So anybody from Minnesota, if you can make it to Be Merry,
Be
bar
Merry.
restaurant.
So 6
Be
o'clock. 6 o'clock next Wednesday night, the 15th, at Be Merry in Brainerd, right?
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. So is Be Merry a pretty wild place, or is it a place
do
where
bike night. We were at a bike night there a couple weeks ago. There was a lot of people, but I wouldn't say it's wild. no.
I sure hope the weather's great next week across the
I
country. I hope
know.
that, because nothing worse on a bike night than when the weather's crummy. It's like
Well,
bikers act like they're all tough and big Billy
until it's
badasses,
raining.
but they're not. Like the first
Mm-mm.
sign of bad weather, there's no bikes outside. And if the weather's good, then there's bikes everywhere. And
Speaking of that, we were at one a few weeks ago, and it was at Be Mary. And Dylan's like, "Let's take the Panhead," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not riding my bike because it was raining really hard." And I said, "Well, I suppose we could take the Panhead." And then I chickened out. I said, "I'm not riding." And so anyway, we ended up bringing my car. And he's like, "We're probably gonna be the only people in a car." There was not one bike there, and there was a
yeah,
ton of people, and I was like, "Yeah." So we
yep,
would have been the only
exactly.
people with the we would have been the badasses there, but yeah.
Yeah, I've been to so many events in the wintertime where biker events, and my bike's the only one parked out front,
Mhm.
because I don't mind the winter. The winter's not too bad here, so that's kind of funny. So next week, and people can put in the comments if they have their bike night, they know what night it's going on. I'm gonna get a list of that. I'm gonna work on that too and start publishing it this week. I am really behind on like promoting things that I usually do because I just was busy and it was just had to put something on the back burner, and pretty much everything in life got put on the back burner other than what I was working on. But it was nice because I do have to laugh the things you just don't even realize. Like we were trying to think, I had my brother, my sister, my mom and dad, all five of us in the same place at the same time is pretty odd, but we all stayed at my mom and dad's house the night before my mom's surgery.
Yeah.
And I was asking my brother and sister when the last time we were under the same roof with just us five before we had boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, kids, and everything. And the best we could figure out is when we lived on the farm. We sold the farm when I was 17 years old. So
Oh,
thinking it was probably 40 years ago that just us five were there. We've been under the same roof since then, but not just us
yeah,
five. So it was kind of cool. So
that's
I
neat.
don't I don't feel guilty at all about being behind on everything. I'm like I can try to make it up the best I can. So it was pretty awesome. But so if anybody's got bike nights or anything, put it in the comments. I have a list of them. I'm going to be sending you some stuff. Let's see. I have a trifold. This I just happen to have it laying in front of me, but we have a trifold like this that we're going to be mailing out to you guys. So it's going to have just a few things. I'm not going to go over all this, but if anybody wants these mailers, they're not bike night specific. They're just Mile Monster stuff about what we do and why we do it and how that you can get involved. So if anybody else wants these to hand them out for whatever reason, just let me know because I'm going to get a ton of them printed. I've been working on it for a while, but I finished them up today, and I'm going to get them printed because I have to send out some bracelets and some other miscellaneous stuff for all the bike night people. So I'm going to be sending that out. I'm going to be getting them printed up tomorrow, and I'll get them in the mail. So, but I've been wanting to have this trifold done for a while now, just so we can have it. So just has some basic stuff, but some cool pictures in there. Some that I don't even know who took them, but like this one has I really love that picture of Patrick Mahomes with Turbo. Really, and of
That's
course the
awesome.
one with Elfie and Gene Simmons. I mean, who wouldn't want a picture singing on stage with Gene Simmons? I mean,
Oh,
that's like I don't know what you do for Elfie to top that. You know, um, so we might have to kick Elfie out of the program because he's reached the pinnacle of cool shit we can do for him. So now he's like, all right, now we gotta replace that hero. So nothing we can do for you, Elfie. We've done the coolest stuff we can. So it's
yeah.
all good. Any other news with the Craig's ride? How that's going? Did he say? I haven't
He did
talked to anybody
he did not say. Sorry.
because the Craig's challenge, like it every month, it's a little more fundraising, a little more miles, but it's showing people what's really cool about it is it's showing people that these miles you can do it, and it's not
Mhm.
it's not impossible to do because and I think about that all the time because when I think back to my first 1,000-mile day, I thought, man, I don't know if I could do 1,000 miles in a day. And I was somebody who rode not like I do now, but I consider myself a pretty good rider, and I remember I did that 1,000 miles, and I was like, man, I did it, and I was so proud. I finished my first 1,000 miles at the Ripley's, believe it or not. I took a picture at right at the 1,000 miles, right at the front door, Ripley's, believe it or not, because I thought it was so cool. Like I didn't have a lot of friends that did 1,000 miles in a day. I didn't hang out with all these broken brained, maniacs that I do now. So it was just kind of funny. But Craig's Challenge does a great job of that, allowing
Mhm.
people to learn that they can do something that they may have thought it was only for the freaks of riding, and they really can do it. And it really comes down to just telling your mind that we're going to do this and we're going to figure out how. And that's pretty cool. So I really like the challenge. I thought there'd be just thousands of people that join that because it's just
Yeah.
kind of cool. You can do little, but it's one of those things that it'll kick off. And I think it's going to be something that down the road, you look back on it, they'd be like, I can't believe there was, you could have done this in the first year and had 30 people or whatever. And because I think it'll really kick off and show
I
people
think it
that,
will too. Yeah.
yeah. And like any sport, if you're not bringing people in, you're dying. Whatever the sport. I'm not talking about fundraising for mile monsters. I'm just talking about long distance riding. If you don't promote it and get people to join you and trying to do it, I go to events all the time, long distance riding events, and people are 60 years old. The average age in the room is 60. Like if the average age in the room is 60, things are changing. You're doing something wrong,
Yep.
and if you're not adjusting, if you're not getting some 30-year-olds in there, you're something's wrong, and you're not gonna you're not it's not sustainable. Then 10 years, 20 years down the road, they'll just talk about the times that people did something. So
Well, and
I
we
don't know.
need new blood too with getting, you
Yeah.
know,
And
people
people, yeah,
sponsoring.
yeah, exactly. And the more people that are in it, the cooler things are. So I don't know. I think it's pretty awesome, but a lot going on. So it's fun.
Yeah.
So it's fun to watch. So tune into Wild Ass Wednesday on Wednesday, and you can get much more details. Somebody sent me a text right now, so see who that was. Maybe it's I thought maybe no, it was actually Craig. So he wants some trifolds. So I'll get some trifolds of Craig too, and we'll be
Yeah,
good to
there's some
go.
people asking for trifolds, it looks like. So it looks like there's some need and wants for that. So
Awesome. That's
yeah.
cool. The more people we can tell, the more people we can share. So
Yeah.
that's really cool. So, all right, you want to do another name, or you want to do two names, or what else you got there?
Well, I do want to bring up that it's Honor Week starting this Sunday too. So
This Sunday coming up, or this Sunday that
coming
just
up,
happened
not
yesterday?
not yeah, coming up.
Okay.
Sunday coming up. I
Because
don't
I was
have the
gonna,
date.
I got the last one because I went out of my way on Honor Week, which I still have to turn it in. I got to turn it in because I did my Honor Week and Honor was with me. So I really feel like I should
Oh,
get a
that's
double, like
nice.
a double award. Like
That should
I got
be
my picture is going to have Honor in it. So I think, you know, and that's the only reason I did ride every day of the week is because, she was with and she puts a lot of pressure on me. So
course
that
she
was
does.
good. But so I wanted to try it next week. So it's Monday of next week. I got a pretty good shot of being able to ride every day that week. So we'll see what happens. But all right, so honor roll is the next week. Perfect.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
we'll draw a couple more names. I think.
Whatever you want to do. You could just
Yeah.
you can talk about hero news, and we'll just interrupt the hero with a name and do whatever
We
you
can do
want.
that
So I
too.
I don't care at all. I do want to talk about Elfie. So you can talk about Elfie before you do a name because I want everybody to hear that because Elfie is like my kid from my brother from another mother. So he
Yes.
is
Yes.
starting out life a lot like I did. So you can tell him.
You can too if you want.
No, you got all the details dialed in. I just heard it. I just heard it secondhand.
Okay. So Alfie just got back from Spain. Family had a great trip, and he went parasailing and spent time at the pool and the water park. Sounds like the whole family had a great vacation. They got back, and this weekend he was roughhousing on the couch, smacked his head on some furniture, and split it open, and had to have some staples put in his head. She sent me pictures. I should have downloaded them, but it was just like blood all over the place. Is all it
Yeah,
was. So,
exactly. I didn't. She always sends me messages through Messenger, and
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened to my Messenger, but I got this message today on my Messenger. So I don't know if that's something new. You'll now need a PIN to access your chat history. So I don't even know
Oh,
what that is. So anybody sent me anything on Messenger? I haven't seen it today because I don't know what
oops,
that means or if it's a
I've
scam.
never
I think
seen that.
everything's a scam.
Might be a scam.
I think everything's a scam, but it's got me locked out. So it's a pretty legit scam if it is. But Elfie, I wish I had the pictures because
I
the
can send them to you.
heads bleed like crazy. And
Yeah.
so I thought that was pretty good. But Elfie just continues on being an all-American boy. Just fighting, getting banged up, getting mad at the world, getting stitches or staples for in this case. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I never got staples. I actually have a stapler I keep with me, but
Yeah.
I have a stapler, but I've never had staples. So knock on wood, I don't have to staple myself, but I do keep a stapler with me when I'm hunting and
You can just
fishing
stay
trips and some motorcycle rides. If I'm going to spend a lot of time in the remote wilderness, then I do bring a stapler with me in case anything goes wrong. I can just fix it, myself and have a great story to tell. I thought it'd be pretty cool I got in a wreck and stapled the shit out of myself and then got to a doctor. I mean, that'd just be epic story, I think. So
Wow.
I think maybe we could do that at the party instead of tasing somebody. We'd staple somebody because you don't
Staple.
have to have a cut to get stapled. I think you just hold the skin together and staple it together. So
Yeah.
maybe Iceman will be like, if we raise enough money for his Hoka challenge, we can staple him.
He might go for that.
Tonight he might agree to it.
Tonight he might agree. It sounds
Yeah.
like he's having a good time with Teeter. So
Yeah,
he lost a bet and is not a tooth fairy anymore or something. I don't know. You'll have to tune in.
Yeah, Teeter and Iceman went out for lunch today, and they stayed out from lunch to dinner. And
I think
Teeter,
they're still
my
at dinner.
understanding is Teeter is now the proud owner of the staple him to Teeter. That'd be awesome. Get your legs together and also staple it together. We're having a 3-legged race, and we're gonna staple contestants together.
Oh no.
That'd be pretty funny, but I don't know, but Gavin's tooth is now in possession of Teeter, so I don't know exactly what happened. But I do know that Scott Townsend had a raffle for for a gun yesterday, and Teeter stole it from me. It was just gonna stay on right, and it like clicked one up to Teeter time. So congratulations to Teeter for that. So all right.
Well, with how much money he might have lost on this tooth, maybe he'll sell you the gun. I don't know.
That's true. Maybe that gun will be for sale. I wanted to win that thing. I thought it was awesome. All
I
right.
don't know. They sent me a bunch of pictures of money, so I don't know what.
That's pretty funny. I'll get
Yeah.
rid of that ad. Dylan, how many times are we shuffling? 3
Is that a
times.
3? I don't know if he's got a 3 or a 4. He's got a little finger.
I don't know. So I thought it was a 3 because I thought his thumb was covering his stub. So like here,
3.5.
yeah.
3.5. No, it's 3.
Yeah. Okay. 1. Oh, Jimmy was back on top again. 2.
Uh-oh.
Kara, and 3. Oh, poor Daniel. If your name's on top, it's just pretty rough. All right, let's see who the number 3 is. We have 5 shots out of this 2,000 to make it onto the final board. And Dooley.
John Dooley. Oh,
so
that's sweet.
If you're new to the Monster World, Dooley is he's the one who came up with the Mission 777. So that's pretty cool that he got that. So Dooley will be on the final wheel. All right. How many times are we going to shuffle it? Once. Oh, here comes a one-time shuffle. And Jimmy's back on top again. All right. Here's number 4. Number 4. Then we're going to get the hero news. Then we'll get the last one after we finish up the hero news. Dun, 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 dun. I think it's going to be Melissa. And Melissa is number 4. How would you pronounce that last name? It looks like it's French, so it throw some letters around.
I was gonna say Benoit or Benoit. I don't know. Sorry if I mess. I think it's
Yeah,
Benoit,
I'll take that. That'd be pretty awesome.
but
We'll go
I
with that
hope
one.
I might be wrong. Please forgive me if I'm wrong.
Well, whatever it is, Melissa, you can butcher my name all you want as long as you put me on that final wheel for that
Yeah,
cool
I
bike.
don't think he cares.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't care what you call me. All right, what else we got for hero news?
okay. So we talked about Alfie Tunes. So I don't know if anybody saw pictures, but Tunes went to the foam party with a bouncy house. That looked like a great time, unless you get soap in your eyes. Then I don't know if that'd be so great. But looks like he had a great time with that. And then he had some fireworks they lit off. So he had a pretty good fourth. And then Gavin, sounds like he'll most likely be in the hospital for 1 week after his surgery. So, of course, Gavin's biggest concern is food. So, if anybody doesn't know what to get Gavin, if you need to get him something, get him gift cards for food. Of course, that's why he's doing his paintings. There was a painting tonight. I suppose we missed that at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I missed the whole thing. I didn't even see anything about it. I was like kind of offline today, so to speak.
Well,
So
I think they're not home tonight anyway. So, but anyway, all his paintings are going towards food and, having food delivered to the hospital. So that's kind of Gavin's thing right now.
awesome. I got news on Gavin too. See my shirt? My the taco shirt.
Oh,
I got
nice.
home, so I'm a little behind on everything. I got home and I got my mail opened up. And I got my
That's a
mail
little
opened up
old.
today. Right, today I was working on that. I got my mail and I got my shirt and she asked me what size and I said, "Well, I'm hoping to be in a large, but this ride I gained some weight on. So I guess when you walk 0 steps a day and you eat gas station food and Nutter Butters as a main staple, you tend to gain weight. So she sent me a extra large and a large, and she said, "I'll send it in the note." What did I do with it? The note said, "Here's an extra large so you don't feel so chubby when you wear it." So I have the extra large on and it fits pretty good, but I should be wearing a large. So I think I'm gonna have to get myself on a exercise regiment here and call her good. So that's that. But on other Gavin news, this shirt was to remind me that the dealership down there at that Taco Fest or Taco Feast, whatever you want to, or whatever it was called, they were gonna match money and up to $10,000. Well, at the end of the day, they didn't care about the matching and they just donated the $10,000. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And
Okay.
so they donated obviously to us, to Mile Monsters. So I'm going to be forwarding that check, that 10. So I'll be writing a check out for $10,000 and sending that down to, Gavin for all the expenses they have or whatever they need it for. But I just thought that was really cool when I opened my mail right before the show here, and I was going through all that, and and have a check in there from a dealership that stepped up like that was pretty badass. So I thank them a lot for doing that and not only hosting the event. If you just allow somebody to have an event at your dealership and they raise $2,000, well, that's a pretty good day. And they raised much more than that. We had a give butter for it too that I'll be included on the check. I think that was another $2,000. So not to mention all the cash they collected and everything else and all the people that sponsored the shirt. I want to show you part of that. Hold on 1 second.
Yep.
See, it's super nice they gave me 2 shirts because now I don't have to stand up and turn around. I can just show everybody because I just think this is cool. And I know it was talked about before, but we can talk about it again. This is a great idea for the shirts. Iceman had a great idea to sell sponsorships for the shirts, and it paid for the shirts. So at the end of the day, the money made at this event didn't have to be spent on shirts. It was spent by those that donated to it. So that's thinking outside the box, and that was great thinking. And and I think it's really cool to see that stuff. I want to do the same thing on some shirts we got going on, because I just think it looks cool. And people
does.
went above and beyond instead of just like sponsoring it and saying, yeah, I didn't think about it because I wasn't that smart, but like Taco and Sparks and Rolo and Bilbo, they sponsored it, and then they just gave them their sticker. And I just think that looks badass on the back of that shirt. Like I would
Oh,
like a shirt where it had whatever on the front for whatever event, then have the whole back nothing but people's
stickers. Yeah,
stickers, because I just think it looks
pretty
cool,
cool.
you know, the cowboy Harley and all that. So anyhow, I know that happened before, but I wasn't there, and I haven't had a chance to sit down with my cool shirt and talk about it. So that's cool. But that's an awesome event and a great fundraiser for the goat. So on to the next one.
Awesome.
Sorry. I'll
No,
try not
that's really awesome. That's really good. Brody, they found out some info on when he got the x-ray and on his spine and hip back. It wasn't exactly what they were hoping for. His he's got a curvature of like 17, and at 20 he has to see an orthopedic doctor. And his hip x-ray also showed a fracture on the right side that's slowly healing. So they kind of want him to really take it easy, not do much walking, if any, or be in his wheelchair. So, of course, Brody being the worrier that he is, that kind of upset him hearing that. So I'd like to send positive vibes and prayers to Brody on that. They heard about this late. It was right after Monster Monday last week, so I didn't get to say anything about this. So I'd like to bring that up and, yeah.
Yeah, right on. And it's tough getting that news, but like that curvature thing, I think they wear a brace to correct that. I'm guessing, and the fractured hip, that is really common with the boys to have breaks because of the treatments they have and the things they have to do, that in turn weakens muscles or weakens the bones, I mean. And when you don't have muscles to protect bones, like just the stretching and the flexing of everything can really cause some problems. So it sucks, Brody, for sure. But that hip's going to heal, and they'll sweat that curvature. They'll get that straightened right out. Man, look what they did with Forrest Gump. He was a mess. He was a crooked like a question mark, and he was straight in no time. So now they got all kinds of good stuff. So we'll be praying for you, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Turbo, he's saving his news for tomorrow, so tune into Turbo time tomorrow.
Well, if he's not going to give us any news, I'm not going to promote his show. He's got to give us something. So Turbo, you better throw us a bone, and we're not talking about your show. I'm even going to go so far as delay its start time until I get something from you. So Turbo hit me up on the 4th to wish me a happy 4th of July. He's a patriotic little dude.
So. I was going to say that, Mr. Patriotic.
Yeah, so he was pretty excited. If you don't know, I lost my flag. I had a little issue with my saddlebag not being properly closed, and I lost a few things. One of them was being my flag when I started out on my ride. And so I got the Turbos. They literally took the flag off of their house and gave it to me, and that was the flag that I carried around the rest of the way. So that was kind of cool. So I had Turbo's flag, and that was pretty exciting. So I was happy to have it. It's a really nice flag too. So now I got to get that back to him, but I got some fun ideas about it first. So we'll go from there, but that's pretty cool.
That is
all awesome. Right. We ready for another name yet? I get so antsy.
So I know. I'm sorry. I blasted through my news. So,
no, it's all good. All right. So the only other thing I got, we're going to get to a name. We got one name to go, but this month, because we have 2,000 people and this is so much fun to spin the names, we're going to throw a bonus name on there. So there'll be two more names. So it'll be 6 tonight. So at the end of our event, there'll be, instead of being 35 names, there's going to be 36, because we got to do something. We got 2,000 people on there. So Dylan, how many times do you want to shuffle?
I wanted more.
2. All right, Kimberly, and then all right, Michael Hosfeld. I'm sorry for you, because whoever's first on there doesn't do any good. And right underneath that is Hydro, and he's pretty lucky, so I wouldn't doubt it'll be that one. So all right, here we go with the spin. Here's number 5, and you were going to be on here either way, so it's really the next person that's really going to be super fortunate to have made the cut. Sandy Wolf. Sandy. All right. So the girls have the lead
Yes, they do.
3-2. So now, all right, let's get rid of that. And then how many times are we going to shuffle here for the bonus one?
6.
6? Oh, you didn't even wait for Dylan. You're like,
you're
not. All right. Well,
I'm tired of this 2 and 1. And,
all right. The world famous has spoken. So 1, 2.
Oh, Tim.
3.
Taryn.
4. All these people are like
Oh,
so
yeah.
happy that Dylan wasn't
They're
in
happy
charge.
for me. Yeah.
5. All right. Here's the whoever's on the top name. Can you see the top name from there on the screen or no?
I can't. Michael.
Yeah, the top name. Oh, poor Ryder.
Sorry,
Ryder Eakin is the top name right now, and it just doesn't pan out. But here's the bonus person. So congratulations. You were not planning on being on our end of the year wheel, and now you get a shot because we had such a great amount of people on here. And
that's awesome.
Doom. See, Teeter. Oh man. I tell you what, Teeter is at the bar right now, and it's his lucky week. That's probably going to lead to him winning a motorcycle right now. Teeter's doing the Teeter time dance. Yeah.
Yes.
So Teeter, you got to Iceman, will you please get a video so we can have that for next week of the Teeter dance as he sees his name drawn. So that's pretty awesome. I just got a text from him, so I know he's up. So congratulations, Teeter. You get the bonus one. All right. That's all I got.
Awesome.
That's all I have. I really just can't thank everybody enough for everybody involved in the 250, the riders who signed up, claimed these states, and did it all. I just think that's awesome. You know, we were able to raise a bunch of money. We were able to get the ticket to Hawaii, and it worked out that Jay and Rolla won it, and they're able to go before our party. And that was awesome. It wasn't a requirement, but I really wanted to. Yeah, the same difference. And I really wanted I really hoped that whoever did it was going to ride in Hawaii before our party, so we'd have a video of it. And that's going to be the last fundraiser of the Monster 250. So we can all get behind that for the 4 or 5 days, whatever they are in Hawaii. But I'm super excited to book that. You know, we booked that trip. We're getting all the details ironed out for our party in October. So go online, get yourself a seat for that. Find your way to San Antonio on October 10th. We're going to have a great time. These parties are awesome. It's going to be at a fun bar. We got a lot going on. There's going to be some really cool raffles we haven't announced yet, but there's going to be some fun stuff to win. And it's just a great night. And then we're going to give away the motorcycle at that event. So that's going to be cool. We're going to have a fun rally to get there. So there's going to be a lot going on. The kids are going to be there. A lot of fun. We may even have some guest kids there we bring in. So nice. We'll work on those details later. But I'm just super excited. It makes me super proud of everybody involved that we can raise enough money that we're shopping for an handicap accessible SUV hero hauler for one of our kids. And that alone is epic, on top of all of the other cool shit we're doing. Really boosts it up there. So I can't thank everybody enough for what you do. And I thank my wife for not coming in here with her creepy ass mask on and startling me while we're in the middle of doing a show. She's trying to give me a damn heart attack. I finally get to sleep in my own bed after 2 months. And then she puts an old lady mask on and rolls over and looks at me and startled the shit out of me. So she thinks she's pretty funny. Now I gotta watch myself because she's gonna come flying in here and do that. But anyhow, we're gonna end the show before she does. And so I just want to thank everybody. So with that, we good, Dylan? Teeter is very happy that you didn't get to pick the shuffles. So that was awesome. Thank you for doing a great job, Misty, and we'll catch up with everybody later. Peace.
Have a good week. Bye.